Hi, Jeff. Yes, the article you're referring to is from the LA Times, and it indicated that home prices in Palm Springs are in a free fall due to a crackdown on Airbnb. Well, that caught me by surprise. I'm in Palm Springs. My office has been in Palm Springs for 12 years. I'm a regular attendee of the Greater Palm Springs Realtors Association weekly caravan meeting. In fact, I'm even on the board of directors of the Greater Palm Springs Realtors Association this year. And this caught us all by surprise. And it's interesting because when you read the article, it seems as if the source of this information is all anecdotal. In fact, early in the article, there's reference to a YouTube star moaning about the fact he doesn't think he can sell his home for as much as he paid for it a couple of years ago. A real estate agent who held an open house and nobody came, as if that's rare. It's really not. And another agent who claimed that home prices in his neighborhood are going to drop by 30 to 40%. So what's going on here? Well, let me cover that. What's changed about short-term rental in the city of Palm Springs in November of 22? The city passed an ordinance 2075. It placed a 20% cap on vacation rentals in organized neighborhoods. Now, the city has identified 54 organized neighborhoods that would be subject to this cap. And when you look at this data, it's on the city website. Only 10 have met or exceeded the 20% cap. 7 are right about 20%. 2 are at 30%, and 1 is at 40%. That's Racket Club Estates mentioned in the article. But the rest of them, 44 organized neighborhoods, are not anywhere near the cap. The other thing to mention is the article didn't indicate or share that you can get a short-term vacation rental permit that allows you to enter into a short-term rental contract 6 times a year for your home. And this junior permit is not subject to the 20% cap. But more importantly, when you read this article, what's frustrating is the writer simply didn't do their homework and look at the data of real estate sales activity in Palm Springs. So let me share with you a few numbers in that regard. First one, home sales by city. Now, this is based on a 3-month rolling average. And in the December of 23, Palm Springs was 99 sales. In December of 22 was 93. That's an increase. Slight increase, but it's an increase, not a free fall. Months of sales by city. This is the key inventory number, which we've all been complaining about. Inventory is way too low, which is why home prices have been going up. Well, for December, as of this month, January of 24, the inventory of homes for sale in Palm Springs is 4.1 months. That means based on the current sales rate, there's about 4 months of listing inventory. And by the way, that number is up all through the valley and probably most of parts of Southern California. But that's a good thing. That means our inventory levels are getting back to normal. And Palm Springs at 4.1 months is right at that 3 to 4 month range that is considered normal. Again, not a free fall. Days in market. Well, December of 23, Palm Springs properties were on the market at an average of 43 days. Yes, last year was 33 days in December of 22. An increase, but again, a more normalized market. Not a free fall. And what's really interesting is if you look at the home prices in Palm Springs, as of December of 23, average home price for a detached home, about 1.2 million. That's a 7.8% increase from December of 22, not a free fall. All of these data points suggest that the article is simply misinformation about what's really going on in the city of Palm Springs, real estate values and real estate activity. It's simply not true. So my conclusions and my recommendations, number one, as I always say, beware the headlines. Too often today, headlines are designed as clickbait to draw your attention, but the underlying information provided oftentimes is simply not true. It's misinformation, to use a current vernacular. Are there opportunities? Yes. We're getting to a more normalized market. There's a little bit more inventory. Home prices are moderating a little bit. So if you've been on the sidelines, now is a good time. Get in the market. Get pre-qualified. We can help you with that, and get out there and look for some opportunities. And if rates do start falling this year, as is anticipated, that makes it even a better time. And given the fact that prices have moderated, you can use strategies like a buy down. I talk about that a lot, 2-1, 3-2-1, and use that as a tool to make an offer, get an offer accepted, and get a little bit of a concession from the seller to help you with those monthly payments. So good question. Ignore the article. Poorly written, shame on the LA Times, and get out there and get into the market. It's a good time.